Hi. This is Eddie Rugby Obsessed Bloke Gardener here, and today, we've moved on to looking at one of the three final models in the brand spanking new Dual Instinct pack, one of the newest ranges for rugby-specific boots from Adidas. To all of my fans and subscribers, you're all going to be in for a real treat, because it's my absolute pleasure to introduce to you today, two different pairs of the brand spanking new Adidas Kakari X Kevlar SG rugby boots from the Dual Instinct pack, in two brand spanking new colorways. One in High-Res Aqua, Shock Yellow, and Core Black, and the other in Core Black, Shock Yellow, and High-Res Aqua. One of those two pairs would definitely be a great Christmas present because of the rugby season already boosting underway right now in the Northern Hemisphere. They'd also make a great gift for those wanting to be tight fives from the front row of their own rugby team. Apologies if I have talked for too long, I wouldn't typically do that on intros of rugby boot reviewing episodes. Enough said. In the meantime, sit right back and make sure that you strap yourselves in, because I guarantee that until this episode has finished, you'll never want to get up and leave wherever you're lying or sitting, whether you're in your bed, on a couch, or in front of your TV or PC. So don't you dare do that, stick around. Let's get started. If you're a front row forward in your rugby team who has got their eager eyes on looking for a top quality pair of rugby specific boots just like these, then look no further than a brand new pair of the Adidas Kakari X Kevlar SG rugby boots in High-Res Aqua, Shock Yellow, and Core Black. These rugby boots are a fantastic gift to someone starting in the front row who is starting to play their very first game of rugby for the 2018 season in the Northern Hemisphere. This stylish design of a rugby boot made specifically for the tight five forwards in a rugby team will help any player representing one of those positions stand out on the pitch. Their strong synthetic leather will also help reduce high amounts of stress on the lower body, while driving in scrums, rucks or mauls. They also have an 8-stud configuration for improved support. They also mold to the shape of the foot quicker than any other sturdy rugby boot designed for forwards from any other brand. The added sock construction positioned firmly on the neck of the boot also provides improved comfort for the wearer and is just another thing that can reduce stress on the lower body. That's a bonus and definitely needs to be a huge part of a rugby-specific pair of boots for forwards like these ones. Powering the players in the engine room, lace up a pair of these Adidas Kakari X Kevlar SG rugby boots in High-Res Aqua, Shock Yellow, and Core Black. These boots feature an advanced sock construction that provides greater protection and support around the ankle. Players will also notice the addition of Kelva registered in these Kakari boots, a strong material which drastically improves the boot's strength and stability, enabling players to dominate at scrum time. Underneath, a lightweight and tough wearing outsole give the wearer quick acceleration thanks to the combination of removable metal and molded studs perfect for bilateral movements on natural soft ground pitches. A single molded blade helps maintain grip, perfect for those slippy conditions. In a High-Res Aqua, Shock Yellow and Core Black look, designed for tight five players, make sure you lace up a pair of these Adidas Kakari X Kevlar SG rugby boots. Make sure to pick yourselves up a pair of these amazing rugby boots from lovelrugby.co.uk for an amazing price of $168 New Zealand dollars and 93 cents because of a sale running this week, and they are now $80 off the original price. That would make them a great Christmas present for anyone. But there are limited sizes available, so be quick. I will let you know when these have been posted to my online store very soon, so don't panic. You still have between now and next week to wait. The Adidas Kakari Dual Instinct pack range of rugby-specific boots. Fine-tuned for the forwards, speed, power, control and maximum scrum domination. Adidas Rugby. Proud sponsor of rugbyobsessedbloke.co.nz. This right here is the Core Black, Shock Yellow and High-Res Aqua version of these boots, which is available from lovelrugby.co.uk for an incredible price of $185 New Zealand dollars and 55 cents. But there are limited sizes available, so you better be as quick as you can, or otherwise, that's just too bad. You'll miss out. I must think to myself and explain to you all that the team at Lovely Rugby was stupid enough not to post any further photos of the version that we previously looked at, colored in High-Res Aqua, Shock Yellow and Core Black onto their website. This version is exactly the same as the one that we previously looked at, but just different colors. These rugby boots are just the ideal gift for someone this Christmas, especially those who are really into rugby and want to start playing it next season, whether they're in either the northern or southern hemisphere. They will also look great on your feet if you wear them just to get that extra grip to the ground that you'll ever need. I haven't ever tested these boots, but I'm sure that they're comfortable and able to fit properly and mold to the shape of your 2 feet faster than any other types of boots in this range. So what are you waiting for? Go and pick up a pair of these while you can, before they're gone, or otherwise, you'll be so disappointed in yourself. I'm telling you all that it won't even hurt putting them on, guaranteed. The Adidas Kakari Dual Instinct Pack range of rugby-specific boots. Fine-tuned for the forwards, speed, power, control and maximum scrum domination. Adidas Rugby. Proud sponsor of rugbyobsessedbloke.co.nz. To close this video down, here's just one more version of these boots that I have to introduce to you through a sneak peek. This right here is the Legend Ink, Aero Blue and Shock Cyan version of these boots from the brand spanking new Rising Sun Pack, which is now available for pre-order from lovelrugby.co.uk for an amazing but also horrendously expensive price of $315.44. If I was a millionaire then, as well as buying many different rock or metal music CDs from my favorite bands, I would buy any pair of rugby boots as expensive as these ones. These would be a great Christmas present for someone who is wanting to start playing rugby in the future and wants to represent their team as a tight 5 position who is great at scrummaging, rucking, tackling, mauling and catching the ball up high from the line-outs if they are playing as a lock, either at number 4 or number 5. Either these boots. The Adidas Kakari X Kevlar SG in Legend Ink, Aero Blue and Shock Cyan colorway taken from the new Rising Sun Pack, or the brand new version of the Adidas Kakari Light SG boots, also in the Legend Ink, Aero Blue and Shock Cyan colorway and taken from the Rising Sun Pack are what I would have gone for if I was in the forward pack of my rugby team. Apologies if I have talked for too long. Enjoy the last few rolling photos of this video. Goodbye for now, and I'll catch you next time as we'll move on to looking at one of the last 2 boot names from the also brand spanking new Dual Instinct Pack, including 2 differently colored versions of the Kakari Light SG rugby boots plus an artificial ground version of the Kakari Light rugby boots, as well as 2 or 3 different versions of the standard Kakari boots, the Kakari SG and the Kakari Elite SG, also from the Dual Instinct Pack right here on Rugby Obsessed Bloke. The power behind rugby, so stay tuned for those. See you soon. Hi. This is your host, Eddie Rugby Obsessed Bloke Gardner here, and I can't believe that it's almost Christmas, only a total of 3 weeks, 21 days, 12 hours and less than 28 minutes to go, only that. Wow, time really flies when you're enjoying yourself, doesn't it? Today I've got some extremely special news to break for you all. To all my fans and subscribers out there today, I'm very excited, because today is a very special day because we've moved on to the penultimate episode of this series for the Adidas Dual Instinct Pack, where we'll be taking a short look at 2 differently colored versions of the brand spanking new Adidas Kakari Light SG rugby boots, one in High-Res Aqua, Shock Yellow, Core Black, and the other in Core Black, Shock Yellow, and High-Res Aqua, so keep watching this space so that you don't miss out. These rugby boots are definitely going to look like a great Christmas present for that rugby fanatic, like me, though they aren't my choice of rugby-specific boot as I don't represent my rugby team as a lock-out flanker or anyone who would wear these boots. I'm a first 5/8, who one day wishes to endorse my very own version of my favorite boots, the Adidas Predator Malice Control SG, with my very own colorway, through Adidas Rugby, though that's not what I'm going to be showing you all today. I'm going to be showing you, like I said, 2 differently colored versions of the Adidas Kakari Light SG rugby boots from the Dual Instinct Pack, one in High-Res Aqua, Shock Yellow and the other in Core Black, shock yellow and high-res aqua, plus an artificial ground version of these boots also in core black, shock yellow, and high-res aqua, which we'll look at later on in the video. But in the meantime, make sure that apart from plugging in your device, whether it's a PC, tablet or cord to attach to your TV set, you are all strapped in and ready to watch this video, because I guarantee that it'll be an absolute cracker. I hope that you enjoy it. If you're that someone in your rugby team who loves to get that stability and comfort through the strong materials similar to what the standard Adidas Kakari X Kevlar SG, Kakari SG and Kakari Elite SG are made out of, plus the unique sprint frame technology from Adidas as shown on the lighter models, the Predator Malice Control SG and the Predator Flare SG, which improves traction on soft ground as well as their long, removable metal and soft ground studs. Then these rugby boots, the Kakari Light SG, in the brand spanking new colorway of high-res aqua, shock yellow, and core black, from the also brand spanking new Dual Instinct pack are for you. They have robust construction for the outer exterior, and the inner exterior contains a cushioned sock lining for additional padded support to the ankles and feet when you put them on, making them feel like a second skin, but thicker than that in texture. They look great for those who represent their rugby teams as a lock or flanker on their feet, especially with the colors, so I guarantee that if you haven't seen these boots, well, check them out, because they won't be here for long. Enforce yourself on the game when you lace up a pair of these Adidas Kakari Light SG rugby boots in high-res aqua, shock yellow, and core black. Designed for rugby players at the heart of the action, breaking up play with crucial tackles and darting into key positions, these Adidas rugby boots feature innovative superlight technology within that provides a great balance between control and speed to help you keep driving your team forward up the pitch. Combine the lightweight tough-wearing upper with the low-cut sock design, giving players the explosive power they need to be the first to the breakdown. Featuring a genuine leather toe box, there's plenty of comfort as the power outsole improves traction and acceleration thanks to the combination of molded and metal screw-in studs. In a high-res aqua, shock yellow and core black design, these boots are designed for the back row players, so make sure you lace up a pair of these Adidas Kakari Light SG rugby boots. While you can, make sure to pick up a pair of these boots from lovelrugby.co.uk for an incredible, money-saving price $148 New Zealand dollars and 36 cents, and also from my online store at rugbyobsessedbloke.co.nz for an incredible, but even more expensive price of $239 New Zealand dollars and 99 cents, because they will make a great Christmas present to anyone. They are fantastic boots in my opinion and will look great when you wear them, as their colors will stand out on the pitch when you're running, scrummaging, rucking, mauling and accelerating to the breakdown. This means that the supporters of your rugby team will definitely be able to see you stand out on the pitch from the colors of your boots. How great would that be? You would look like a star. Stay tuned, as right now we'll be moving on to looking at two different versions of the core black, shock yellow and high-res aqua versions of these boots, one with a soft ground stud configuration and the other with an artificial ground stud configuration, right here on Rugby Obsessed Bloke. So don't go away, remember to stick around and keep watching. This right here is the core black, shock yellow and high-res aqua version of these boots as worn by Otago under-18 players from this year's squad such as Cullen Heather, Blade Daniels and Siva Snooker. Siva, however, previously wore the high-res aqua, shock yellow and core black version of these boots, the one that we previously looked at, in high-res aqua, shock yellow, and core black, but ended up switching the version to this version, due to hating their colors, but both Cullen and Blade still remained wearing this version, as they had their own opinions and thought that this mix of colors stood out more than the other mix. Most of the players, including myself, that represented the Otago under-18 team for 2018, commonly referred to as the Golden O's or the under-18 Razorbacks, wore Adidas boots, except for the Renani brothers, Rico, Rinaba, and Rainiwa, the loose head prop, number 5 lock and open side flanker, 3 of who all wore a 6 boots, Semi Buatava, who wore Mizuno Morelia Neo boots, and Ray DiBinadillo, who I'm pretty sure wore the latest edition of the Mizuno Montesido SISG boots. I will let you know when these boots have been posted to my online store at rugbyobsessedbloke.co.nz. But in the meantime, remember to make sure that you have enough time pick up your very own pair of these fantastic boots. The Adidas Kakari Light SG in an amazing colorway of core black, shock yellow, and high-res aqua, which is as worn by Otago under-18 players such as standout forwards Cullen Heather, Blade Daniels, and Shiva Sanika, from levelrugby.co.uk for an incredible price of $147.96 that won't break the bank. It's such a great price that you might even get to spend more than 17,000 New Zealand dollars on stacks of Christmas presents for yourself, your friends or your family. So then that means that you'll have one of the best Christmases in years to come. Wouldn't that be great? Stay tuned, as right now we'll be moving on to looking at the artificial ground version of these boots right here on Rugby Obsessed Bloke. Keep watching. Right now, I have another version of the Adidas Kakari Light Rugby boots from the brand spanking new Dual Instinct pack in the colorway of core black, shock yellow, high-res aqua, except these boots instead contain immovable artificial ground studs on their sole plates made from a rubberized material designed specifically for use on firm, dry, artificial ground surfaces. These boots are also available from levelrugby.co.uk for the exact same price as the previous soft ground versions that I showed you. 147 New Zealand dollars and 96 cents and 80 New Zealand dollars off of the original retail price of 258 New Zealand dollars and 92 cents, just like the soft ground versions. So remember to go and pick yourself up a pair of these boots while you can, or otherwise, that's just too bad. You'll miss out. I will let you know when these have been posted to my online store at rugbyobsessedbloke.co.nz very soon, so don't panic. These will make a great Christmas present to someone who loves to play rugby on artificial ground surfaces such as Nike Grind, a black material made from old and recycled tires, as well as old rubber from Nike running shoes that I learnt about through reading a book about household waste and recycling materials that aren't that good for the environment, such as plastic, which has been replaced with cardboard when it comes to making new packaging for everyday household essentials such as music CDs. So what are you waiting for? Go and pick up a pair of these boots while you can. They'll make a great Christmas present due to their distinctive design, and they'll also make great smiles on people's faces, especially to that hardcore rugby fan. So be in quick, before it's too late, because I'm going to explain to you that if you're that someone who wants a pair of these and is a hardcore rugby fan, then you won't want to miss out. The Adidas Kakari Dual Instinct Pack range of rugby-specific boots. Fine-tuned for the forwards, speed, power, control and maximum scrum domination. Adidas Rugby. Proud sponsor of rugbyobsessedbloke.co.nz. It is almost time for this video to finish, but here's just one last surprise for you. Finally, to close this video down, here's a quick sneak peek at the latest version of the Adidas Kakari Light SG Rugby boots from the brand spanking new and yet to be released Rising Sun pack, which is inspired by the name of the location for the Rugby World Cup 2019, Japan, the land of the rising sun. And how fantastic is that? These boots are in a brand spanking new colorway of Legend Ink, Shock Cyan and Aero Blue, which you can pre-order right now from levelrugby.co.uk for an incredible price of 256 New Zealand dollars and 79 cents. I will let you know when these have been posted to my online store at rugbyobsessedbloke.co.nz, so don't you even panic. Also, stay tuned for the review of these boots, which will be in the next few weeks. Anyway, I hope that you have enjoyed this penultimate episode in the Adidas Dual Instinct Pack Rugby Specific Boot Review series as much as I did, and I'll see you next time for the final episode in this series, where we'll be looking at the Kakari SG and Kakari Elite SG Rugby boots in two different colorways right here on Rugby Obsessed Bloke. The power behind rugby. I'll see you then. Hi there. This is Eddie Rugby Obsessed Bloke Gardener here, and today, I can't believe it, because do you know what? We have made it to the final episode in this series of rugby-specific boot reviews for the Adidas Dual Instinct Pack, a short review of the Adidas Kakari SG and Kakari Elite SG rugby boots, both in the High-Res Aqua, Shock Yellow and Core Black colorway. These fantastic boots are just an excellent Christmas gift to anyone who is a hardcore rugby fan and wants to represent their team as a Type 5 player in the forward pack of their own team. They will surprise anyone who you give them to. In the meantime, sit tight and strap yourselves in because this last episode for this season will be an absolute cracker. I hope that you enjoy it. If you're a front row forward in your rugby team wanting to get that extra grip on the ground through the impressive 8-stud configuration on soft ground, then these Adidas Kakari SG rugby boots in an amazingly powerful and brand spanking new colorway High-Res Aqua, Shock Yellow and Core Black from the also brand spanking new Dual Instinct Pack are just for you. With strong sole plates to go with superior cushioning on the ankles, these boots can reduce stress on the lower body and on the insteps of the feet thanks to their materials. Wherever you're pushing in scrums, driving in mauls, jumping in line-outs, running to score tries, or accelerating to the breakdowns. They are also the perfect Christmas gift to anyone who wants to play rugby or practice to keep dreaming about being one of the best forwards in history. They are almost the same as the elite version of these boots, but just slightly cheaper, and have less of that fancy technology. These boots are definitely considered to be one of the top picks right now as the rugby season is well officially underway in the Northern Hemisphere, so I'm telling you, that if you want to go and pick up a pair of these great boots, go and do it now, because if you haven't, and they've already been sold, then that's just too bad. You'll miss out. Enforce yourself upon on the game when you lace up a pair of these Adidas Kakari SG rugby boots in High-Res Aqua, Shock Yellow, and Core Black. These Adidas rugby boots have been designed for rugby players at the heart of the action, breaking up play with crucial tackles and darting into key positions. Designed for scrummaging and forward play, the boots feature a TPU plate to help keep your foot stable during aggressive cuts. With a 4x2 stud formation featuring screw-in metal studs ensures you get plenty of grip whilst playing on natural soft ground pitches. In a High-Res Aqua, Shock Yellow and Core Black design that will please the flashiest of players, make sure you can be the one to change the game when you lace up these Adidas Kakari SG rugby boots. Make sure to pick up your very own pair of these rugby boots from levelrugby.co.uk for an incredible price of $64.65, because they are now $25 off of the original retail price. Like I said, they'll make a great Christmas present to anyone who is fanatical about rugby, especially myself, though this isn't really my choice of boot. I will let you know when these boots have been posted to my online store at rugbyobsessedbloke.co.nz, so don't panic. Stay tuned as right now we'll be moving on to looking at the Adidas Kakari Elite SG boots also in High-Res Aqua, Shock Yellow and Core Black right here on Rugby Obsessed Bloke, so don't go away. Stay where you are and keep watching. This right here is the elite version of the brand spanking new Adidas Kakari SG rugby boots in the all-new colorway of Core Black, Shock Yellow and High-Res Aqua and taken from the Dual Instinct Pack which can be purchased from levelrugby.co.uk for an incredible price of $91.48. And I'm not joking. $91.48. That price is so absolutely incredible that you'll have enough for these boots if you're rich and don't want to spend more money on the more expensive version, the Kakari X Kevlar SG boots. These boots are wonderful value for money and will last as long as you want them to. They have the exact same sole plate and stud configuration as the takedown version, the Kakari SG, but except instead of rubberized technology around the exterior materials, whereas that's not the same as the Kakari SG. They contain a softer material without that fancy technology. I will let you know when these have been posted to my online store at rugbyobsessedbloke.co.nz very soon, so don't you even panic. Stay tuned as right now we'll be moving on to taking a quick sneak peek at the brand spanking new and recently released version of the Kakari SG rugby boots in an all-new colorway of Aero Blue, Legend Ink and Shock Cyan from the also brand spanking new Rising Sun pack, so make sure that you keep your eyes glued to your device and keep watching. Right now, I have something extremely special to show to you as a sneak peek. This right here is a version of the Adidas Kakari SG Rugby boots in the brand spanking new Aero Blue, Legend Ink and Shock Cyan colorway, and this version is taken from the brand spanking new Rising Sun pack, which has a name inspired by the location of the Rugby World Cup for 2019, Japan. The land of the rising sun, which was named so as it was the country seen to be the closest to the rise of the sun, and lo, fantastic is that. You can pick up your very own pair of these great rugby boots from lovelrugby.co.uk for an incredible price of $82 New Zealand dollars and 33 cents. They will make a great Christmas present to those hardcore rugby fans who are willing to represent their teams as front row players in the forward pack who can dominate the scrum far more easily than anyone else representing as a forward in their rugby team. I will let you know when these have been posted to my online store at rugbyobsessedbloke.co.nz, so don't you even think about panicking. The Adidas Kakari Dual Instinct and Rising Sun pack ranges of rugby-specific boots. Fine-tuned for the forwards, speed, power, control and maximum scrum domination. Adidas Rugby. Proud sponsor of rugbyobsessedbloke.co.nz. And now, as we are starting to roll our way into the penultimate segment of the final episode of the series for the Adidas Dual Instinct Pack Rugby specific boot reviews, I'm now going to be presenting to you a short sneak peek of the brand spanking new Adidas Kakari Elite SG Rugby boots, also covered in the impressive new Aero Blue, Legend Ink and Shock Cyan colorway, and also from the Dual Instinct Pack. These great rugby boots will make a great Christmas present to that hardcore rugby fan. You can pick these up from lovelrugby.co.uk for a great price of 127 New Zealand dollars and 43 cents, and they are 15 New Zealand dollars off of the original retail price, except the previous version. The takedown version of these boots is 81 New Zealand dollars and 92 cents but is still 15 New Zealand dollars off of the original retail price as well as these ones. I will let you know when these have arrived to my online store at rugbyobsessedbloke.co.nz soon, so don't panic. It is almost time for me to shut this video down, but just before I do, keep watching as we'll go through the standings of each boot from the Dual Instinct pack, and then I'll tell you how many points on the boot table each boot has been given right here on Rugby Obsessed Bloke, so don't you dare go away. Stick around. Right now, before I say my final words, let's move on to the standings of each boot from the Adidas Dual Instinct pack. For the winning pair, on a total score of 4,625 points, we have the Predator Malice SG, in High-Res Aqua, Core Black, and Shock Yellow. In second place, on a total of 4,552 points, we have the Predator Flare SG, in High-Res Aqua, Core Black, and Shock Yellow. In third place, on a total of 3,901 points, we have the Malice SG, in Shock Yellow, Core Black, and High-Res Aqua. Next up, in fourth place, on a total of 3,800 points, we have the Kakari X Kevlar SG, in High-Res Aqua, Shock Yellow, and Core Black. Next up, in fourth place, on a total of 3,735 points, we have the Kakari Light SG, in High-Res Aqua, Shock Yellow, and Core Black. Next up, in fourth place, on a total of 3,724 points, we have the Kakari SG, in High-Res Aqua, Shock Yellow, and Core Black. And, last but not least, for the losing pair, on a total of 3,636 points, we have the Kakari Elite SG, in High-Res Aqua, Shock Yellow, and Core Black. It is almost time for me to go. But before I do, here are my last few words before I close this series finale for the Adidas Dual Instinct Pack Rugby Specific Boot Review Series down. Well, what a great series of rugby boot reviewing this has been. I have successfully introduced to you 6 incredible pairs of the latest Adidas Rugby Specific boots from the Dual Instinct Pack very well. I hope that you have enjoyed this thrilling finale for this Dual Instinct Pack Rugby Specific Boot Review Series as much as I have. Thank you so much for watching these episodes of this series, and I will catch you next time as we're going to be taking a look at 2 different updated versions of the Predator Malice Control SG and FG rugby boots from the all-new Rising Sun pack, which has a name inspired by the location of Rugby World Cup 2019, Japan, the country that is said to be the closest to the Rising Sun, in an all-new colorway of Legend Purple, Shock Red and True Orange very soon, so stay tuned for that. Here's one last note. To pre-order the DVD for the Adidas Dual Instinct Pack Rugby Specific Boot Review Series, simply go online now and visit my website at rugbyobsessedbloke.co.nz. Goodbye for now, and I'll see you soon.